So, it's Wednesday, day of delivery for the second batch of cues.
To keep an overview of our progress and all the elements that are necessary to create a film score, we had to set ourselves internal deadlines. As Ollie just mentioned, we targeted every Wednesday to deliver a new batch of cues with feedback from the director coming back on the following Monday. Let's watch him do one of his cues.
Not sure that's too nervous. Kind of like the chords, but not really the mood. Maybe it's too fast as well. Not entirely sure. Maybe even less. Yeah, I don't want to use the tambora box, the shorts, or like the bowed ones, because that's more the theme for the ghost. I'm gonna keep it tension, a lot of tension, but light. I don't like that change at all. And then that in the end. Okay, I think I got it. It's very subtle. Maybe even with the harmonics, just keeping this. Yes, I think that's it. Harmonics on the top, very subtle, and then on the bass, kind of changing and making it a bit more scary. Maybe something like that, and then have the reverb kind of hanging over. Let's try, instead of like trying to write a melody or chordal kind of structure, think more in colors and shapes. So bring in maybe the harmonics in the beginning, then have some scrubbs, then have some trems here and there. I think that's more the way to go now. Maybe in the live recording we can have some going up, going slightly sharp. Yeah, great. See, I think you can always tell once the cue becomes alive and like almost you're scared yourself sitting here and scoring it. Then that's when you know that you're onto something. Some bass harmonics, weird sounding. Cool. I think that's enough. What I do need is a little atmosphere towards the end, so it almost acts like a reverb tail. Maybe too much. Let's maybe pull in my pull stretched sounds. Yes. That's great. Maybe just a little bit lower in the mix. Okay, I kind of like that. That's great. Not sure about this tail.
I banish all that would cause harm.
I think it needs to be a semitone higher. That's why it doesn't sound right.
I banish all that would cause harm.
Maybe you can have it come in a bit earlier. So.
By this candle, with this charm, I banish all that would cause harm.
Yes. Cool, that's the one. So I'm quite happy with this cue. Took me slightly longer than expected, but it happens sometimes. And then moving on to the next one, which is slightly longer, when I'm 24. So, I've just finished scoring the most scary part, where she actually encounters the ghost. Let's have a look. I hope he likes it.
Hiya, I just finished the last cue for today, and just before I'm cycling home I thought I'd give you a quick overview of what I've done. Today I've worked on a cue that the director already had a look at, and I applied all the notes of the changes that he wanted me to do for that. And then I also worked on 3 more cues, 2 of which actually have a theme that Ollie established. So in order for me to be able to be on the same page of what he's written, we've got this Google Doc where we can just dip in and look at other person's music to make sure we are both on the same page. As soon as I've written those, I bounce them to QuickTime, put them back into a Google Doc, and then shared the link with the director to be able to review, because we actually have to send in the second batch today. And that's it from me for tonight. So, see you later.
Cool. So it's Tuesday, It's one day before final sign-off on the schedule, which is definitely not going to happen because we still got like 8 minutes to write, and also we are out of contact with David, so we haven't heard from him with the many cues we sent him. We've sent him like 12 cues last week, so I'm going to have to do a bit of follow-up emailing. I'm going to have to organize the players. I'm going to have to think about the deadline, whether we can push the film back 1 or 2 days. And then I don't know how it's going to work with the contracts. I think Maggie from Eredel is drawing them up. That's what I've heard last. But I'm going to have to follow up that as well. And then just crack on with the film. See you later.
So now we've realized that the recording date we set ourselves wasn't feasible. We therefore had to contact the fixer of the orchestra to move the recording date back a week. But even then we felt the pressure. There were still cues that needed signing off before we could even start with the track laying, orchestration, copying and pre-production.
Right, I've just finished 1M13, one of the last cues we've got. And I've used only strings here because I just had a bit of fear this morning that we're not using enough strings. So I composed the cue solo using the strings, which we'll be recording live. And I just want to share this with you. It's only a little scene where she goes around and checks, kind of it's after where she saw the ghost in the picture, and she's just a bit unsure what's going on, but nothing too obvious yet that there is a ghost. It might still be psychological. These are kind of David's notes, and yeah, let's just have a look.
Arthur?
High harmonics coming in. And then leaving with a bit of an unsettling feeling. It's the theme, Emily's theme, kind of introduced earlier on when she was wandering through the corridors. So I kind of bring it back whenever she kind of investigates a little bit. So yeah, that's the idea. Having the main theme kind of running on the cello and the bass this time, and then on the high strings I'm introducing some shorts. There might be a little bit too much for the director, but nevertheless I like the cue, and I'm gonna send it like this and then see what he thinks. See you on the next one.